Outdoor setting completely unrelated to game for unusual introduction. Wearing of silly outfit with no reference whatsoever. Brief allusion to game. Unexpected activity. Board games with Scott. Generic introduction to Board Games with Scott that many of you have heard 60 plus times before, but there's the chance that there's some new person out there before. Generic greeting. Generic brief discussion of today's game. Holding up game. Pausing for screen capture. Adding a smile for wackiness. And going on. Speaking about the game in general, talking a little bit about the game's exposure to me, the game's interest, why I picked this game, talking a little bit about how the game matches with other sorts of games out there, and then leading up to the next piece. Wheel of Fortune-like demonstration of box. Opening of box as though it's the first time I have opened it. Unveiling of board. Holding up of board, which is slightly too large to fit in frame, so board must be moved about. Holding up of rulebook. Benign statement about rules being fairly easy to read, yet you can't see anything because I'm moving it far too fast for you to really tell what's going on. These are pieces. Shaking of pieces. Tossing of pieces for humorous effect. Ha 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 ha. Fanning of cards, far too fast to see or make sense of. Holding up of single card to camera in way that can't really be read. Hands, 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 inappropriate use of hands. Presentation of detailed miniatures, reference to such as dolls, to continue ongoing joke in Board Games with Scott, to incite fanboys, and to encourage more comments. Presentation of 1970s cultural reference. Faked enthusiasm. Brief description of goal of the game. Description of specific actions in turn. Demonstrating actions in turn in way that you can't really see because it's far too away from the camera. Inappropriate scene involving pets or small children. Yay, I like to play too. Describing what happens next. Describing in detail what happens next. Describing in inordinate amounts of detail what happens next. Discussion of close-up of cards, pointing to things on cards with finger in ways so that you can't see what's actually on the cards as I point to them. Hands, hands, hands. Inserting bad words joke in order to have Board Games with Scott tagline. Inappropriate introduction of potential strategy confusing new players. Boring you by showing you most of the same screen with just floating hands and going on with inappropriate details about game. Discussion of goal of game. Knocking over of pieces and funny statement. Moving towards end of game. Wrap up of how game is played. Statement moving us into next segment. Smug wrap-up statement about show. General overview statement, not taking sides one way or the other, trying to provide objective and neutral viewpoint in order to not incite fanboys, yet not seem overly enthusiastic, so that show can continue to be viewed by many and publishers will continue to send Scott free stuff. Cut from making mistake. General statement about age groups, general statement about types of games that might be of interest, general statement about how this game will be a fun addition to your collection. This all seems a little formulaic, doesn't it? Well, this is the reason why I've got Board Games with Scott on hiatus, because what I found is that I was just doing the same thing time after time, and even shortening those reviews made it very formulaic and particularly not much fun for me. So instead, what I'm going to be doing is just having fun with the episodes. I've got some ideas for things that are going to be coming up, but I'm not just going to churn out episode after episode in some sort of machine fashion. That's not what I want to do. I'm not getting paid for that. That's work. So instead, I have some ideas, and it'll be irregular, but it'll be me having fun. It'll be unusual types of episodes. It'll be games that I've found out there that I want to share with you. That's what I'm going to be doing with Board Games with Scott in its new revision. So anyway, General conclusion that you've heard before. Inappropriate plug for other Scott-related thing. And bye-bye. Funny outtake of dropped pieces. Bad words, bad words. Flubbed line, which is kind of funny.